Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Angela. Today we are going to be talking about starting a YouTube channel. Let me just preface this by saying a couple things. Number one, you guys know this is my secondary channel. Our main channel is called This Gathered Nest, and it's a family channel, family-like lifestyle channel. And this is more my personal channel that I just put up whatever I want to talk about with you guys. And I feel like we have a really great little community here, and I just love it. So you can subscribe to me here if you want to stick around and get more of that type of content. I will also link down below in the description box my family channel, This Gathered Nest, and you can go subscribe over there if you love those kind of videos. The reason that I wanted to make this today is that most of you guys know this is my full-time job. YouTube is what I now do for a living. I've generated income from it for a few years now, about 2.5 years. And I've generated a full-time income from it for well over a year, maybe a year and a half. So I really wanted to tiptoe into sharing some of this stuff with you guys. You guys know I have a photography e-course that I've created. I will leave that link down below. I used to have a photography business that I've retired from, but I was thinking about maybe making more content surrounding this topic, as well as maybe even an e-course like that, but for YouTube. So definitely let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. Today's video is going to be such a basic overview. We are just going to talk like high level stuff. Like we're not going to get into the super nitty gritty. Each one of these 5 things I'm going to talk about today could be broken up into multiple videos in and of itself. So know that this is a very basic overview, but I just kind of want to get a little information out there, wet your whistle a little bit, see what you guys are interested in, if any of this stuff is piquing your interest and you want to know more. So definitely let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this, if there's certain areas of this video that you want to know and hear more about, definitely let me know. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys, like I said, 5 tips for starting and creating a successful YouTube channel. Just to reiterate, what I'm talking about today is for people who are not just wanting to make a YouTube channel for fun and for a hobby. That I feel like is very different than if you are looking to create a YouTube channel that will generate income for yourself or for your family. Whether or not you just want a little bit of income on the side, whether or not you want to have it take the place of your full-time job or a part-time job, whatever it is you're sort of looking to do with your income from this type of platform, that's totally up to you. But I just want to be clear that when I'm talking about these things today, I am talking about people who are wanting to do more than just like hobby fun with the YouTube channel. So that's why some of these things will be as specific as they are. So without further ado, let us just jump in. Number 1, and I think this is probably the most important thing across the board, is what I'm calling the 3 W's. The who, the what, the why. You want to know why you are doing this. Why are you doing it? Why do you want to make a YouTube channel? If it's just to make money, if that's the only reason, I don't think you're going to find a lot of long-term success or long-term happiness in it. When I say who, what, why, I mean, who are you wanting to create these videos for? Who is your audience? Who do you think is going to want to watch your videos? What type of videos are you planning on creating? Are you planning on creating informational videos, inspiring videos, how-tos, family vlogs, something that's just purely entertainment? You really need to be able to define for yourself the who, the what, the why of your channel. I think that it all comes down to, in my opinion, a lot of it comes down to passion and what you are really passionate about. Because at the end of the day, this is going to get really hard. It's going to get lonely at times. It's going to get really crappy at times. The more you grow, the more people come out of the woodwork to sort of have at you and everything that you are about. So you really need to be firm in your passions and what you believe and why you're doing this, because you will be on shaky ground some days. And so I think having that solid foundation of the why you're doing this is really, really important for longevity in your YouTube channel. Number 2 is to define your boundaries. I feel like before you ever start, I almost wish that like from the beginning, I could have gone back and like created a mission statement, right? Like, this is why I'm doing this, as well as like, how nonprofits and stuff, you create these rules and bylaws and all these different things. But I'm just saying for this, like create a mission statement for yourself and include in it your boundaries. And I'm going to use family channels as an example because obviously that's something I know a little bit about. So deciding ahead of time what you are going to be willing to do and not willing to do. Look at your personal moral compass, your moral framework for making these decisions, and make sure that it aligns with your values. That way you can always ask yourself, is this trend, this thing that's really popular on YouTube now, this thing that's growing everybody's channels really quickly, but it doesn't align with my moral beliefs. Like for me, this feels icky. I don't like it. It's working for everyone else, but I don't like it. And you need to be able to step back and just say, nope, I'm going to live within these boundaries, because the second you start to step out of them, it's going to spiral out of control. Yeah, so you need to be able to define those boundaries for yourself and for your channel. I think it will help you immensely when the temptation comes, because it will. That sort of like moral code of ethics for your channel and what you are willing to do and what you're not, and stick to it. I believe, again, these things will all contribute to the longevity of your channel. And if you are trying to do this to make an income, then longevity should matter to you. All right, number 3, we're going to talk about a little bit about workload balance. I think you need to, this is going to look different for everybody. Are you single with no kids and you can do this in all of your spare time? Are you a stay-at-home mom, but you've got a lot of little kids and you don't really have a lot of spare time? Are you a working mom and then you come home and you're trying to create a channel? I mean, there's so many different circumstances, but you need to be honest with yourself about what your personal workload can be and how you can balance that as best as you can, knowing that the scales will always be tipped heavier in one direction. There's no such thing as ever creating a perfectly equal balance. But in the beginning, at the beginning of starting any business, you're going to be investing a lot more time and resources and everything into that in the beginning. The point is that hopefully you get it to become sort of a well-oiled machine where you know what you're doing, you have processes in place that allow you to do things quicker, and then your workload, while it doesn't necessarily change, you've gotten more efficient at it and you can make it work better in your life. And then hopefully, like I said, if you're trying to leave another job to do this, you'll get to a place where that replacement can happen, and then you will have more time to invest in the business. But with that, I think it's really important to decide on an upload schedule when you are starting this. Just go ahead and be honest with yourself about what you can do. You might not be able to do 5 videos a week. You might not be able to do 3 videos a week. You might only be able to commit to 1 video a week or 2 videos a week. But decide what that's going to be. Pick the day of the week and the time that you're going to upload, and be consistent with that. That's important for 2 reasons. And this is just in my experience. Number 1, your audience wants to know when they can expect content from you. I'm not always perfect at this. I know people who are daily vloggers and things like that are much better. I typically upload on This Gathered Nest on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I typically upload on this channel on Wednesdays, Sundays. Sometimes things will happen and I'll be off on a day, but that's usually at this point how it looks. I upload on this channel at 7 a.m. Eastern and on This Gathered Nest at 8 a.m. Eastern. So not only does that give your audience clear expectations of when they can expect uploads from you, but YouTube algorithm, which you will learn becomes very important. The YouTube algorithm really, really likes consistency. It likes to know that you are going to continue to do the same thing, feed the same amount of content, the same times, the same days. It definitely can help it with your channel to be consistent in that part of it. If I discover a new channel and I really love this video and I see that the video that I'm watching is 3 months old, before I subscribe, I will click onto their channel and see when was the last time they uploaded. Are they somebody that only uploads once every 3 months? If that's the case, then I don't subscribe. I just don't, because I know that I may or may not see any more content from them, and it's not worth the investment. Because let's be honest, a lot of us, when we're watching these channels, we are making an emotional investment in this person that we're watching. Bottom line, I just feel like that's how it is. We're making some kind of emotional investment in them and their life or their knowledge or whatever it is that they're sharing. And so if we find that they're just not being consistent and we're not seeing anything from them and it's super random, we lose that connection a little bit, because there's going to be someone else that's going to be far more consistent. It doesn't mean uploads more often. There's one channel I watch, she uploads twice a week. That's it. But I know the days that she uploads, and I know that I can always count on there to be a video there those 2 days. And so I literally know, oh, it's this day. that person's uploaded, let me go check her channel. She doesn't always upload at the same time, but always on the same day. And so sure, there's people who upload every day or whatever, but I enjoy her content and I appreciate the consistency of knowing when I'm going to be able to see her videos. Number 4 is equipment. This is one that I feel like people get really hung up on. You could spend a fortune or you can spend very little. I am going to link down below in the description box all of the different equipment things that I use. I have a different setup depending on what I'm filming. So if I'm vlogging, we use just a little handheld digital camera. It's the Canon G7X. It is on the pricier side, but I found that when I look back at some of my older videos when I used a different camera, oh, it's almost painful. I'm like, I love y'all for watching because man, was the lighting just terrible and hard to watch. And it's my own family and I find it hard to watch. So I do think that quality of your content matters. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a videographer, but I do think that quality matters. It's very hard, no matter how much you love someone, to watch them if the quality of their content just sucks. So I think that's important. And I think what plays into it more than equipment, what people don't seem to understand, and this is translating from my previous career as a photographer, is that lighting makes all of the difference in the world. I mean, even the crappier cameras can look not so bad if you've got good lighting. And the greatest of cameras can look crappy if you've got terrible lighting. So like right now, I have a little light over here and I have a window right here. Yeah, are you seeing all the mess in my room because we're moving everything around and doing a bunch of changes in here? Yep, you're seeing all my mess. But I would rather you see my mess than to have poor lighting. So I'm sitting here where I know I have good lighting. And really all that takes is sitting in front of a window or walking over to a window when you're gonna monologue or talk, like if you're vlogging and you're just gonna do like a little monologue and talk about something, go to a window where you know you're gonna get good light. I think things like that make a massive difference. And like I said, it really depends on, are you planning on doing a vlogging channel? Are you planning on doing a sit down channel like this, where you're going to talk more to the camera or show things really close up and you're just going to sit stationary? If that's the case, then you might want to make an investment in a larger camera, in a larger like DSLR type camera, which is what I have. This is the Canon Mark II 6D camera. So yeah, I mean, all of that really depends on the type of content you're creating. Like I said, I can break that down further for you guys if you want, but yeah, the type of equipment that you choose, I do think is very crucial depending on what type of content you're planning on creating. And number 5 is goals. I feel like goals is sometimes a dirty word, or goal, you know, it's just like a dirty word. People don't always want to hear it. But when it comes to being able to make money on YouTube, you need to understand that there are goals you have to hit. You can't just put up a video and automatically make money. Now you need to be able to become a YouTube partner to be able to monetize your channel, and that has requirements. I will leave that link down below if you guys want to read those and see what YouTube's requirements are, but you do need to set those goals for yourself, because you have to have a certain number of subscribers, of watch time hours, of things like that before you can even monetize your channel through AdSense and make money in that way. So you do need to set some goals for yourself and figure out how you're going to reach them. Come up with very, very tangible steps for what you're going to do. Come up with action plans for how you plan to get your content out there, how you plan to share your videos. And I gotta be honest, like, it's really hard. You have to be able to like let go of that whole thing. Like, people are gonna laugh at me, they're gonna judge me, they're gonna make fun of me for making videos or whatever. Like, you gotta be able to let that stuff go, and sort of without shame, share what you're doing. And especially if it's coming from the heart and it's something that you really care about, then I really feel like you should just have no shame in sharing what you are passionate about. You know, the people who love you will love you anyways, and the people who don't wouldn't anyways. So don't let that stress you out too much. You've got to sit down and make those goals for yourself. You've got to decide how you want this to go, how you want the growth to go, and then figure out the steps to get there. Not just say, okay, well, I just want to start making money on YouTube, so let's do that. You got to figure out exactly what you're going to do to get there. So like I said, I can really dive deeper into all of these subjects if this is something that you guys are interested in. I just know that I get emails and messages and direct messages on Instagram constantly asking me for advice from other moms who want to start family channels, you know, just from other women who feel like they have a message in their heart that they want to share with women, and they want to do it in a video format, but they don't really know where to start. So I'm hoping that some of these things will give you some ideas. Like I said, we really didn't get into technicalities of like actually how to start the YouTube channel, like your email address and linking it to AdSense, like all that stuff. We didn't go there. I just went with, like I said, a very broad overview of some things I think you need to consider and be realistic with yourself about before you start making the jumping into the technical steps. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. And like I said, let me know in the comments, do you want to see more videos like this? Do you want to see more things related to YouTube channels? So would you be interested in an e-course? Like, just let me know what you're thinking. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to be back here on Sunday. Got another video for you on Sunday, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.